Okay guys, it's been a while, but I'm going to attempt a bit of a walk. I'm testing out these new microphones and see if they're working okay. You should be able to hear me and Anne-Marie reasonably okay. Well, let's see how this comes out. Fingers crossed all right. You looking forward to a walk, Anne-Marie? You're not talking now, you've been quiet now, you got a mic on. Now, the last time I went out for a walk with Anne-Marie, she ended up having to carry me back to the car. But that was a couple of weeks ago. We've just been to Wetherspoons. For some grub. There we go. Just adjusting the camera so it actually will go up. It was on tilt lock. Quite noisy here by the road. But just going for a walk in our local town. This is Shotton, North Wales, UK. It is... So what, I haven't got a clue what time it is. It's about 9 o'clock, is it?
9:30.
Yeah, something like that. Just have a bit of a plod. Not quite sure. Just wait for all the noisy cars to go past. Not quite sure what these mics will come out like because I've not used them before. Don't know if they're going to be blasting and too loud or if they're going to be absolutely fine. I don't know. Moon's out. It's one of the most popular shops in Shotton here. Shotton kebab. The boys here have been here for about 30 years. The gentleman there in the glasses has probably been there the whole time as well. Some of these shops sadly have bit the dust during the pandemic. As you can see, quite a lot of the shops have closed down. It's quite sad to see, really. Hopefully the town rejuvenates once the worst of it's all over, hopefully. Anne-Marie knows a little story. There used to be a door here down this street. And wasn't it a chip shop or something, though?
Fish and chip shop.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure where it was. Whether it's
in
the
the back there, where the windows are.
Yeah. But apparently there was really nice chips from there. Many years ago. Horse racing on in the pub.
There, look, you can see where there was a door there. And it's been bricked up.
Oh yeah,
here.
there's an archway.
Because
just
that
by
was the
that drain
post
pipe.
office.
Yeah, this was the post office. It's only in recent years that the post office is closed, isn't it? I guess as people start using email and internet, etc. means that there's less mail getting sent, so the places all start to close down. Been an incident there. I bet those windows aren't cheap to replace. Local bus, number 10. Used to be a shop here called Nice Price that sold frozen food and other bits and bobs. For probably, goodness me, since the early to mid 80s, rough guess 84, maybe even earlier, there used to be a shop in Shotton called Thrifty Shoppers. It was there for years and years and years, and this shop here, Shotton Bargains, is where Thrifty Shoppers moved to. They swapped over. I think this was a card shop and the other one was Thrifties, and one wasn't big enough, so they swapped over. But the guy that runs this has been in Shotton for absolutely donkey's years. It's part of the furniture almost, and you can always get like little bits and bobs in there. So you needed a fuse or a plug or a kettle or a toaster or something mad. You probably find it in there.
Police station on the old co-op there.
Yeah. Down this street used to be a police station and a co-op.
The white one is the co-op. Mum lived there.
Roughly where that white car is. Yeah, but the thrifty shop guy is leaving soon. I think it's a tragedy. But I suppose everyone gets to retire in the end. Alf Jones, he's been there for a long time too. If you're going for a suit and you needed alterations doing, what have you, used to go to Alf's. That's the old Thrifty Shoppers shop. Card shop now. I think that this one's staying. I think it's just the bargain place is closing. Food bank as well. Sad really, in such a rich country that places like that have to exist. This was the old Man-Web offices here. When your electric and gas etc. was all nationalised, the electric office pretty much was here, and they had this clock outside. The thing that always intrigues me about this clock, and I've said it before, is it's got Key Clocks written on it. And I'm wondering if it's the chap that lives on the Key Hill, which is a bit further down the road here in Conisky. He run a little business called Key Clocks, repairing clocks and things. I just wondered if he was involved in the manufacture of that big one. This is a new one on me. Peridot Academy. What the heck is Peridot? Or Perido, or wherever. Beauty and skin. Fair dues. Quite a lot of beauty salons and nail bars and vape places and things like that these days. Not really any greengrocers and butchers and and what have you. This used to be a butcher's, funnily enough. It's now a doggy salon. Fetch a pooch for a clean.
And there, on that wall, advertisement sign.
Oh yeah, you can just about see it. It's completely gone, but there was an old wall-based advertisement on there. Long gone, like. Quite peaceful this time of night. What was I saying? Hair and beauty, nail salon. And then across the road, we've got a vape shop and another beauty shop. Laptop repair place. I wonder how the background noise is. You have to let me know what the background noise is like on this video, because the cars going past me sound like a 747 taking off. So whether the microphones cancel it out a little, I don't know. I don't know what this one is. This is new to me. The closed place. I'm assuming it's some kind of charity place. There's a few videos there, friends and what have you. Videos. Actually, there are videos. You say these days it's DVDs, isn't it? Clive Barber. Is that like someone having a play on Clive Barker? Another tattoo studio, Aces High. Thai massage and spa therapy. The place across the way here, way before my time, used to be a, what do they call them, an ice cream bar or something?
Milk bar.
Milk bar. And in the 50s, kids used to go in there and get like a Knickerbocker Glory and what have you. And play snooker. Must have been a snooker hall in there. Hamry's doing snooker movements. You can talk, you know. You've got one as well. Normally I can't keep her quiet. What's going on? Must be tired. Ocky Ellis's funeral director. That used to be a net cafe. Back in the days when not many people had internet. That was a cafe where you go in and you go on the internet in there and get yourself a latte or whatever. There used to be a shop here. Is it TJ Users? No, not TJ's. What the heck was the name?
Tom the Cheap.
Tom the Cheap, that was it. And there's a bridge right at the very bottom of Bridge Street, funnily enough. And that takes you over to a field that then leads onto the riverbank, near to the railway. And that garage, last I knew, was still operational. I think it does MOTs and car repairs and what have you. This was an insurance broker's, D-side insurance, as you can see there. But they've moved back to a smaller premises, and this absolutely massive place is, I'm not sure, it seems to be like general bric-a-brac, stuff that's been hoofed out of offices and put for sale. Fire extinguisher tenner. Always handy to have in the hallway. Get yourself a Toby jug. Or a Kit Kat cup, or a Wet 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 album. Remember them? Some more goodies. Always seems to have quite a bit of random stuff in here. Yeah, they've got like industrial heaters and things at the back there. Useful to have one of those tonight, wouldn't it? Industrial heater. Pulling on the trolley behind us, keep us warm. Little cobblers. This has been here for a while. Can you see that board in there? I don't think you can you? I don't think it'll pick it up. Perhaps if I stand back a little. The wall, it's like got wood with loads of little dots in. I remember that in shops back in, goodness me, in the 70s. I think you put little pins in and hang things off the pins. This was an Indian, I think.
Oh, look.
Shotton Fish Bar.
Yeah.
Just about see up there, Shotton Fish Bar.
That was a chip shop.
It was, yeah. There was a Greek fella there called Andrew. And a lady who were nice. Back in the 90s, that was. Early 90s, really. This has been a few things, this place. It's a tattoo studio at the Mo, but it's Bridge House from 1897. But it's been a few things in its time. I remember it being a record shop at one point. And I think this one, the mailbox, I think this one was Duddridge's, sold art. A local artist, Billy Serridge, he used to sell his paintings, and I think it was this one. It may have been Odin's, but I think it was this one. Going back quite a long way now. Is the back end of Bridge Street. This leads down to the brook here, so there's usually loads of rats running around. I think they smell you coming and scarper when they see you, but sometimes you spot them. This is a modern idea, these lights on the bridge. Looks quite nice. Well, I say modern, probably been there for about 10 years, but I don't think you'll see anything down there. Nope, too dark. But there is a little brook, honest. And that comes down from Wepper. There's a park here called Wepper Park. It's quite an old ancient woodland. It's got a Welsh castle in there from, goodness me, you know, about 1,000 years ago. And it's still there. The Welsh local authorities and what have you keep it in good order. Emily's getting the gloves on. Cold, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not done too bad so far. See if I can get a selfie going. I'm not sure if I'm looking at myself, but I'm alright at the moment. I was rotten yesterday. I was absolutely rotten. I went to COVID brain, sorry. I was at home, and then about 12 o'clock I started feeling absolutely awful. and I had complete energy loss, just total complete energy loss, and ended up in bed till 5 o'clock from 12 o'clock. I know, lazy sod. And then I got up later in the evening. I wasn't too bad later on, but I could not stay awake. I was so tired, and it was more than tired though. It was like, sorry mate, off, ding, you're turning off now. And that was the end. It is really like having a switch of some kind. Someone flicks a switch and you're like, where's all my energy gone? And that's been driving me mad since December. But I felt good today. I had an okay day today. Perhaps all the rest yesterday's done me some good. You watch tomorrow, I won't be able to stand up. Hopefully I can. This is where the town of Shotton ends, and you start coming towards Connors. The bridge really is sort of the marker for the changeover in the towns. There used to be big gas cylinders across the back here. They used to raise up and down. When they were full of gas, they'd go up in the air, and then when the gas was used, they'd go back down again. They've been gone probably since the 1980s, quite a long time. That place across the road there is Summerfield, or was Summerfield. Before that it was Gateways, a long time ago. I worked there back in the 80s. Or very early 90s, I think it might have been. And before it was Gateways, there used to be, there was an old house in the middle of like a truck yard sort of thing. I'm not sure if it was Alf Parry's. It was an old truck yard anyway. There was loads of trucks in there with a little house in the middle of it all. This wall never used to be here, and this was a couple of shops. What was this one, love? I can never remember. And just here for donkey's years, past the lamppost, was an old antique shop. It was there for eons. But that also bit the dust in recent years. 1871 this house was built. It has been tidied up in recent years, because when it was the antique shop, it was starting to get a bit tatty. And this house here always stands out because it's a lot bigger than all the others, but it also used to stand out because it was always crazy colours. You know, like bright pink and luminous purple and things. Whoever's bought it now seems to have subdued it a bit. There used to be a big council officers building on the left-hand side there. It's quite a nice-looking building, to be fair. But that was pulled down a couple of years ago. I think council cutbacks were trying to get everything in one place, save money on rent and things, and save upkeep on buildings. Pleased with grabbing a little bit of footage of this place, Motor World. It's just a local car parts place. You know, if you needed a battery or you need a screen wash or some windscreen wipers or something, Motor World was a pretty good place to get parts from. And sadly, I think end of March, start of April, it's decided it's finally closing. So no more Motor World. It's always a handy little place if you needed something, you know. And just above, I don't know if you can see that purple sign in the centre there now. That was Irwin's Cash and Carry. And that's what it was many years ago, in the days before supermarkets really. It was kind of like the first kind of supermarket round here, or one of. Years ago, like. These old Tudor style buildings. We've got a dentist. Used to be Mr. Potter, but I believe he's retired now. Mr. Foodie. Anchor's Fish and Chips. Roxy's Hairdressing. Wilton's Fruit and Veg. Now that place, the little green place, that's been there for a heck of a long time. They've got an allotment nearby where they grow stuff and sell it in there, but I think they do buy some stuff in now because they must be getting on a bit now. Creature Comforts, pet food place. Well, that's been there for donkey's years, but I saw it the other day. It looked like it had been gutted, so I don't know.
It's finished, gone.
Has it?
Closed.
So yeah, I think it's another one that's gone. We get quite a few of these places now. We've got Polish food shops. Because when we were part of the EU, we get quite a lot of people coming from the Eastern European countries. I don't know if the wages are better over here or what, but got quite an influx of people from Poland and other Eastern European countries, Romania. But nonetheless, they used to come here. Mark Tammy, he's the Member of Parliament. He's in local government. I think he's not long sold that place though. And funnily enough, would you believe it, but that house there, or that shop there, or whatever you call it now, that's where my nan and her 11 brothers and sisters were born and grown up. 11 brothers and sisters, the mum and the dad all lived in that house. And it's 2 up, 2 down, 2 bedrooms, 11 brothers and sisters. So I bet that was a bit of a squeeze. It's changed quite a lot now though, because the road was widened and the gardens have gone. There used to be gardens here. Not massive gardens, but there was a bit of a front garden, you know, and a wall and a fence and all that kind of stuff. That's all gone now. Until, oh crikey, about the 1980s they still had a few left. There was a couple, not many, there was say 1 or 2 that still had a bit of a garden. I think even that was shrunk from the original gardens from like the late 1800s probably, because this road would have been designed for the horse and cart even. And nowadays cars are pretty much combating the size of that bus, so they're rather big. Hot Stuff takeaway, still open. Must be early. Now, Hot Stuff takeaway has been on that side of the road for probably 20, maybe 25 years. But it was always here. And if you look at old photos of Conneski, look for Hot Stuff, it was always here. This was Hot Stuff. And it was a chippy really, it wasn't a Chinese. But Hot Stuff now is a Chinese. This dry cleaners has been here forever as well. I'm fairly sure though, years ago, it was just great big laundry machines that used to put cash in or pay the lady and wash your stuff or dry your stuff, etc. And this station barbecue, traditional Transylvanian cuisine. Never been, I've got to admit. I don't even know if it's open at the moment. I'm guessing it is.
Mm-mm.
No?
Gone finished.
Is it? Oh, well, there you go. Crikey, everything's gone and finished, isn't it? It was a bit sacrilegious, this. This is where there used to be a church in Conneski, the town we're in now. Always had a church with a big spire going up into the air, and if you bought a postcard or there was a newspaper with some article about Conneski in it, they always took a photo of this church, and this was like the identifier for Conneski really. There was always photos of this church on pretty much everything. And sadly the spire was damaged. I think it was just getting old and rotten and needed money to be repaired, and they couldn't get the money, so they ripped the church down. Extremely sad. This is Whipple Post Office here. It's the last post office, I think, in the area now. There were tons of them years ago, but they've all gone. Have to cross over in a second. Start thinking about heading back the other way. Do you want to head back the other way, love?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go on that side.
Yeah, I can do. Cross over. I'm okay at the mo, but I don't know how much longer I'll be able to carry on. I know it's pathetic, God. I usually walk about 15 times this. Chinese. That's a pretty standard setup for a Chinese takeaway in the UK. Sometimes they don't have the chip fryers at the front, just have a desk. But as the traditional fish and chip shops seem to be converting into kebab shops and Chinese and Indians, there's not quite as many of them as there used to be, but the Chineses especially, they do a mix of Chinese meals and fish and chips. Which is good of them. Go. The camera just cut off, so just fired it back up. Someone with their feet dangling out the car window. Just chilling, waiting for a kebab. Yeah, so there's the new hot stuff, and as you can see, similar. Well, if you can see, it's a little bit bright, and I don't want to fiddle with the settings, but they've got the traditional fish and chip fryer at the front, and then the Chinese meals are generally cooked in the back. Got a small Tesco's. Telephone box, there's not many of those left nowadays. These are more of a 1980s, 90s box. Before that, they used to have the old red ones. The traditional red telephone box, but BT phased those out. Probably in a cost-saving measure. I'm assuming that those glass ones are a bit cheaper to produce than the old traditional, what you see in the movies, red telephone boxes in London and what have you, look like. But they did used to be scattered all over this place at one time. I've wanted to do a bit of an updated walk through Shotton and Conisky for a while because A, it gets me out of the house, which do me the world of good, he says. You wait till tomorrow. But also because it gives people who perhaps used to live here and don't anymore an idea as to what it's looking like at the moment. It's must be about 18 months now since I did a walk like this. It's been a while anyway. I'll do a few drive-throughs just in case anyone finds them interesting. I haven't done any walks for a little while now. Dentist. Yeah, Mr. Potter's gone now. It's Mr. Brandon and Associates. Mr. Foodie's still here though, and Mrs. Spiller. Still very strict when you go to the dentist. I went to the dentist the other day and it's still temperature testing and what have you for COVID. There's nothing coming, so we can just go. The old castle, etc's up there. I have got some videos of Weppelwoods. I think, did I do one of the castle, love? I think I've got one with the castle up on YouTube, haven't I?
I think so.
Quite a while ago though. I can never remember if I've been filming up there or just been up there. I've generally always got a camera with me or a video camera or something. But I was using a fairly awful thing for quite some time. Don't get me wrong, I did quite a lot of videos on it, you know, but it was fairly low quality. I think that the video that I did driving through North Wales with the music on ages ago, not the recent one that I did ages ago, I think that was done on the old Picasso camera I had, or still have, to be fair. If you're really skint and you want to do some GoPro-y type videos, the Picasso EK700, is it, or 7000 for the cash is not bad, because you're only going to be paying about, I don't know, 50 quid for it, maybe $50, whatever, and it doesn't do that bad a job. It's not going to be a GoPro beater, but if you're in daytime especially, it's not bad. Nighttime it's not particularly great. This little camera picks up reasonably okay at night. It's not as good as these fancy Sonys that I can't afford. But, doesn't do a bad job. I must admit, I do miss the old lights. These new modern bright LED things are really good, don't get me wrong. They do light up the area. I mean, look how bright it is here. It's pretty much daylight, you know. But the old orange sodium glow lights I love. There's one just in the distance over there. Right over there in the distance, see? Not many of them left now. One of the things I hate about the modern ones is if you're in bed at night, the light comes blasting through the curtains. You need like blackout curtains from the wall to keep the light out. It's like daytime in the bedroom. Speaking of the war, here's the cenotaph. This is in memory of soldiers who've died in all wars, really. I think it was built originally for the 1914-18 First World War. And then they've added the little Second World War part at the front. God bless them all. Like I say, where would we be if it wasn't for them? Apologies if I'm a bit rambly, I'm feeling a bit yucky. I'm certainly glad to be heading back to the car.